A cinematic image can be achieved with lighting, but it doesn't just stop there. See, to fill the scene and to make those light rays really take effect, often smoke, hazers, and fog machines are used. Smoke and haze add depth and dimension to your shot. Imagine a scene without that subtle haze lingering in the air. No! It just wouldn't have the same impact. And also, often it is used to hide imperfections or to add mystery. Now here is the best part. You don't have to make a bonfire or buy massive smoke machines to achieve nice images. For projects that take place in tighter spaces, I like to have this around. Yep, the haze in a can. With just a few sprays, you can instantly create beautiful haze that adds depth, texture, and a touch of mystery to your footage. Whether you're shooting in a studio or in a small room, this atmospheric aerosol can help you capture those magical rays of light. Check this out. It's a social media post that got me 100,000 views across platforms. Let's take a closer look at how this setup was made and how the atmospheric aerosol helped me to achieve the result. And as you can see here, I'm using the pavo tubes as practicals. Then over here is 4 60B with a Fresnel lens as a practical and as a backlight. And then over here, I guess this is the interesting bit. It's the key light, but instead of a softbox, I'm using white baking paper. As you can see, the white baking paper diffuses the light nicely, and there are no harsh shadows on my face. And here comes the magic part that really changed the look of the whole image. Another thing that changes things is hitting that like button if you enjoyed this video. The thing I like about this haze can is that it is super easy to use, compact, actually not that expensive, and even cheaper when ordered in packs. There's a link in the description if you're interested. Atmospheric aerosol was super handy and made a huge difference in this product commercial, where we created a forest-like scene in our studio. Of course, the decorations, camera movement, and lighting plays a massive part for this scene to work. That is also a reason why this backlight was set to a warmer tone, but the haze made a big difference. First of all, it helped to bring in some of that mist-like morning vibe and made those light rays noticeable. And the other thing is covering some imperfections, as I mentioned before. I was able to make more depth for the image and cover some details in the background. You have probably noticed that smoke is often used in movies to create mist or to hide some unnecessary details in the background. For example, like in these wide field scenes. In cases like this, the atmospheric aerosol obviously wouldn't be effective, or you would have to have like crazy amount of cans. But for a couple of shots or when working in the studio, this is a great tool. That is why we decided to create the forest scene in our studio. The weather or time of day does not affect the production, and we have a full control of how the image looks. If you're looking for inexpensive ways to achieve cinematic results in your work, then watch this video next. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.